Welcome to the Know. I'm Ashley Jenkins.
I'm John Reisinger.
Looks like Microsoft just lost another exclusive. In a year when the company seems to be kind of hurting for exclusive games for Xbox One already, and we're just into January, we've got sudden confirmation that Scalebound, the action game developed by Platinum Games, you know, the guys behind like Bayonetta, has been canceled.
Yeah, that's good news.
No, it's not.
It's not. I'm being completely facetious. So this is another big blow to Microsoft's Xbox One lineup. And if rumors are to be believed, Scalebound isn't the only game in trouble at the moment.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Cool.
In a statement to IGN, Microsoft said of Scalebound's cancellation, after careful deliberation, Microsoft Studios has come to the decision to end production for Scalebound.
No. It's not true. That's impossible!
So, rumors started to spread about the game's impending demise after Kotaku reported earlier this afternoon that the game was in trouble, citing several sources.
The news is a huge blow to Xbox One since Platinum was developing Scalebound for the Xbox as well as PC and would have been a much-needed exclusive for the platform.
Yeah, Microsoft seemed to allude to the issue of exclusives in the statement to IGN, saying, "We're working hard to deliver an amazing lineup of games to our fans this year, including Halo Wars 2, Crackdown 3, State of Decay 2, Sea of Thieves, and other great experiences." So, yeah, it's safe to say that Microsoft is sensitive to that line of criticism.
Well, the announcement was a little bit of a surprise. The handwriting was already on the wall for Scalebound. Microsoft has removed the game's official page from the Xbox website. That happened a little bit earlier. Plus, there was no mention of the game in an Xbox Wire post that talked about the future of Xbox One. It was just casually missing.
Taking down the website is like when you change your relationship on Facebook. It's complicated. Still, gamers have been looking forward to Scalebound for years now, even as it's languished in development limbo. It was first announced during Xbox E3 press conference way back in 2014 and subsequently made many most anticipated lists in following years.
Like mine, dragons, what's not to love?
It was also the first action RPG for Platinum, which gained fame for games like Bayonetta.
The game was being directed by Hideteki Kamiya, who also directed Bayonetta, and it was reportedly a pet project of his since Platinum was founded in 2006. Kamiya said he wanted to make a game where dragons weren't depicted as enemies, but as a companion.
Like when Sean Connery does their voice. He went on to IGN and said, "I've always wanted to create a game where the dragons were the main subject matter."
From what we've seen in clips, the open world RPG game looked kind of like a cross between The Last Guardian and Monster Hunter. Like in Monster Hunter, players would be able to use a variety of weapons to take on giant boss monsters. They could also issue commands to their pet dragon who would assist in battle.
Yeah, that would be fun. But Scalebound had been in development limbo for a while. We hadn't heard much about the game since June of last year when Platinum showed off co-op gameplay footage at E3. That footage turned heads with a massive boss fight featuring a co-op battle against a giant enemy crab.
It's very historic.
Based on famous battles which actually took place. So here's this giant enemy crab.
A report from Eurogamer shed a little more light on Scalebound's development woes, reporting that the relationship between Microsoft and Platinum soured in the latter part of last year.
Several senior members of the development team last fall were forced to take a month away from the pressure of the project's heavy workload.
Ouch, that is not a good sign.
Yeah, Eurogamer reported that. They later returned, but by that point, Scalebound was behind schedule, and the decision was ultimately made to cancel the project.
This caps off a string of recent problems Microsoft has had with first and second party exclusives. Last year, they closed Lionhead Studios and canceled the development of Fable Legends outright. And in the weeks following, they shut down other smaller outfits like Project Spark and Press Play, developers of Max the Curse of Brotherhood and Kalimba.
Yeah, they also ran into a number of problems with their MOBA Gigantic by Motiga Studios that resulted in a huge round of layoffs and delays. Although the game might be back on track, it just launched its open beta last month.
So at least it's not dead yet.
Something's out.
All those problems have translated to a major lack of exclusives for Microsoft, especially in 2017. Last week we reported about the number of announced exclusives Microsoft has in its pocket for the coming year, and that list was already pretty short. It just included Halo Wars 2, Crackdown 3, Tacoma, State of Decay 2, Sea of Thieves, Phantom Dust, Cuphead, and Conan Exiles. And while that's missing a couple, it's still not a long list for the year.
Yeah, and out of all those, it looks like not everything is running smoothly. Industry insider Shinobi offered his thoughts about Scalebound's cancellation on NeoGAF, writing that he's also heard that Crackdown 3 is going through some development trouble, although to be fair, it's not nearly at the same level that Scalebound was going through.
Still, it doesn't bode well for Microsoft's Xbox One plans, especially given their normal blockbusters like Gears of War 4 haven't been selling to their usual form, and titles like Quantum Break and Rise of the Tomb Raider have only done so-so as well. All of these cancellations and poor sales leave a pretty big gap in Microsoft's offerings on Xbox and PC. And they're not giving up, but it is still a little bit of a bummer.
It's not a good time. Scalebound's cancellation is no doubt disappointing for some Xbox gamers because of how unique the game looked from a concept and gameplay perspective. I mean, come on, it was an action RPG with massive dragon battles.
Also, it's not a great look for Platinum Games, who've had a string of bad breaks over the last year. Now, not only are they going to be canceling Scalebound after years of development, they also released some much anticipated but critically panned games like Star Fox Zero and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan.
Well, hopefully the Scalebound team can land on their feet and find another project, or that some of the game's work can be salvaged for future use.
What do you guys think of the cancellation of Scalebound? Were you looking forward to the game and all the giant dragon buddies? Let us know in the comments.
For future updates on video game rumors and cancellations, like this video and subscribe to the know.
Maybe they can just change what they've got and license it as like a Dragon Riders of Pern game.
I'm having a hard time focusing. This shirt really chafes my nipples.
Are they erect?
Yeah, but they hurt.
John likes it rough.
Not that kind of rough.